my new feature. Here we go. Habit Rehab workshop kickoff. So you guys, we are going to have lots of things going on this evening. We have lots of great material, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see just a quick overview of what to expect from this evening. Let's see here. Okay, can you all see a slideshow? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, and then my other leadership on here, if you guys are able to, I can't man the chat when I have this up. It makes it kind of funky. So if I drop stuff in there, just give me some feedback with that. Okay, so what to expect? Are there any like little black boxes over anything showing up on your slideshow right now? Awesome. No. Okay, so I don't have to worry about moving my my boxes of you guys over. Okay, so the first part that we're going to go over is be intentional, identifying your reason for this season. I know it's not the holiday season, but we are full force in summer season. Determining your desired target. Then we're going to talk about building your network, identifying actions needed to reach your target, priority tips and tricks following a pandemic. And then if we have some time, we're going to go over some social media planning so you guys can come up with a plan for yourselves for this month. If we don't get to it, we'll push that to the next workshop, but we will see what we can get through. What to expect. We are going to be sharing a few Google Forms here that you guys can fill in. I will also share them on my screen if you don't have access to Google Drive for some reason, and you guys can fill those in, print them out. If you do not have pen and paper, I recommend you guys go grab it now because you're going to want to be taking notes. You're going to be wanting to write down things because this time is for you to get stuff done for your business. If you're a paper calendar kind of person, grab your calendar. If you do use your phone, try to put it on do not disturb or something, because I know, again, if something pops up right in the middle of this, I am very guilty of getting distracted on these things. So do every tip and trick that you have to get as much as you can out of this workshop. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing for 1 second and pull up the, I'm going to drop in the comments your first Google form so you guys can kind of pull it up while we're going through it. You don't have to start filling it out yet, though. I want you all to see what's going on with this. Where did it go? Okay. And we're going to hit this. Copy. Okay, so when you pull it up, guys, it is going to tell you to, it's going to pull up on Google and it's going to say make a copy. Okay, so when it comes in and you'll just click make a copy. And you should be able to open it up in in your internet browser. But let's go ahead and get started with this part here. Okay. So someone's coming up here. Oh, I get ice cream delivery service. How nice is that? Everyone can wave hi to hubby.
Hello.
We are Pampered Chef ice cream maker tonight, guys. So, okay. Okay, so intentional. Let's talk about being intentional. Your intentions with your Pampered Chef business. What is your purpose? Okay, so right here, guys, I have the definition of intention here, but I want you to drop in the chat. What do you think of when you think of the word intention? I want you to drop it in the chat. What do you think of when you think of the word intention? And one of my leaders, as they're coming through, if you can read them off, that would be great.
Doing something for a specific purpose.
Okay.
Purposeful. Purpose.
Purposeful.
Doing something that matters to you.
Doing something that matters. Love it. Anybody else? You guys can pop on and off mute too if you don't want to drop in the chat. This is meant to be interactive.
Doing something planned or deliberately.
I gotta go back.
Love it.
What do you do?
Okay. Okay, so I think there's some stuff coming in the chat there too. A thought out, plan, something we planned. Okay. So you guys are all kind of close. And honestly, I want you guys to think, many times we don't know the purpose or intention of our Pampered Chef business. How many of you have felt that way? You don't really know why you joined, what you're doing. We just go through the motions. And
Fake it till you make it.
fake it till you make it, right? Do you know how many times we use that? But it is when it comes down to the grind time, when you're, not having a great month, maybe having a few months that are lull in your life, maybe you have a lot of stuff going on. Going through the motions and faking it till you make it, doesn't always get you through. When you don't have perspective of why you're doing something, we lose motivation and momentum. Drop me a 3 in the chat if anybody can relate to that. Drop me a 3 in the chat. Or you can give me an amen in that chat. Because
A lot of
know,
3s.
yes, lots of 3s. So the definition of intention is the thing intended, an aim or a plan. When you know your intention, your aim or your plan, it gets you through the hard times. This intention is what is going to get you up in the morning when you don't feel like it. It is going to be the thing that gets you reaching out to get some bookings or host coaching, even when you don't feel like it. Even after you've had a bad day. Do you know, I would say about 50% of you guys here only do your business 0 to 5 hours a week. Okay, so 50% of our participants are doing their business 0 to 5 hours a week as per your survey when you signed up. So that 0 to 5 hours, you need to have that motivation to keep that momentum to get through your business. So we are really going to focus on this today in helping you guys look at what is your, okay, and somebody maybe needs to mute because there is a little bit of background noise, sorry. So this looks different for everyone. It's not going to be a black or white answer. It's not going to be what I want, what Linda wants. It is not going to be what you think you want. It has to be from the heart. Some of you your intention may be to get a large team. You may want to be a leader. Maybe that's what drives you. Maybe you're just doing this because you really just need some extra income, just a little bit to have some fun money. Maybe your reason is to keep that, those kitchen tools in your kitchen. Your intention is to get those kitchen tools in your kitchen so you can keep making food for your family or saving money that way. And I actually encourage you to dig a little deeper. We're going to go through that digging a little bit deeper there today. So before we get, that is not what I want. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen for a minute and we're going to hop. This is where I'm going to invite you guys to open your document. I just dropped the link in the chat one more time and I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see this document too. And this part's going to be interactive, so feel free to come off mute. So we're going to have this sheet here, okay? And this is defining your intentions to get results is the name of the document. And it says be intentional at the top. So while we're sitting here, guys, what are all the reasons anybody might become a Pampered Chef consultant? And drop them in the chat or come off mute.
As a hobby.
Hobby. What would be the purpose of the hobby? I'm not sure who said that one.
To have some time to fill the void through the day, because some of us don't have anything else to do.
Okay, hobby to fill a void or time, right? Okay. Anybody else? What else? Why might people join Pampered Chef?
To improve maybe your confidence in the kitchen or, yeah.
Okay. What else?
I'm seeing pay off debt in the chat.
Okay.
Free product.
Extra money, products, money, travel, trips, girl time, money again is all in the chat.
Money, travel, girl time. Anything else? I'm gonna put one down that you guys may not even think about.
About being your own boss.
As a career, yeah.
Okay, I love
There's
it.
a couple of people that said adult conversation, and then someone else said to prove to yourself that you can do something. So a lot of that comes with confidence or the personal development. Mhm.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, so you guys, there's, and we've just named 10 reasons that anybody would become a Pampered Chef consultant for, okay? So now this is gonna be the time that you need to take to reflect. What are the reasons you decided to become a Pampered Chef consultant? Okay, and I have 4 spaces here, but you can go more than 4. You might have less. Okay, and go ahead and write those in. Take about a minute or 2. We'll give you a minute to write down all the reasons you became a Pampered Chef consultant.
And if you've been in it a while, you might write down why you started and then maybe why you're still in it.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, my why has changed many times. The reason I started is definitely not the reason why I'm still in it, because I don't need any more product. And you guys, as Sam is going through this, I would highly don't dismiss this time for you to work to write this stuff down, because that's the whole purpose of this. Don't just dismiss it and say, oh, well, they're just asking me to fill in these blanks. Yeah. This is part of the whole process. This is going to take you through the whole process step by step. So don't think that this is like just a silly exercise that she has us doing, because it really is what is going to make you decide to put some work into it if this is really what you want to do.
Yep. Everything you're writing down here is going to lead into our following worksheets and activities this evening. Okay.
Hey, Sam, do you want to make me a co-host so I can man the audio and stuff?
Yes. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. So now that you guys have written down some of those reasons, I want you guys to think about, why do you like having your own business? And did you guys even really realize that Pampered Chef is your own business? I want, if you didn't realize Pampered Chef is your own business, and if you didn't realize that Linda, Chelsea, Paige were not your boss, I want you to drop a 4 in the chat if you didn't know that we weren't your boss. I just get curious, because I think a lot of times we come into this and we have this great team, and you're coming into this, but you have your own business. And I want you guys to think about, what are the reasons you like having your own business? Go ahead and take about 30 to 45 seconds to write that. And as you guys finish, feel free to share them in the chat. Now I want you guys to think about, what does a successful Pampered Chef business look like for you? What does a successful Pampered Chef business look like for you? I love some of the things we're seeing in the chat. Now we're going to start getting down to the nitty gritty, guys. And you guys really have to start digging deep here. Okay, really lean in and think about, what do these things do for you and your family, or you and your support system? Or I know there's some people that are just you on here. What do these things do for you and your family or your support system? What does having your own business, having your own successful business do for that?
Can I read some of these out? Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
okay. So some of these really just make me smile. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
So having my own successful business gives me confidence that I can do anything. Having some fun money. We have breathing room with finances. When I am feeding my a passion, my family can feel my joy. Improving our insanity, improving our sanity lets me still be a mom. Just some really great responses. I really appreciate these.
Okay, so I'm going to call some people out, if you don't mind. If you don't want to share, just say pass when I call on you. Okay, no judgments. If you don't want to share, say pass. Angie Gibson. I don't know where you are. Here we go. Lets me still be a mom. That resonates with me personally, but I want you to tell me, how does that make you feel?
Grateful.
Okay.
We've had a lot of ups and downs, but being a mom is my number one job. That's, where my heart is. And so if I can do something and still that's around, what they need, and I still get to be me, then that's makes me happy.
And why is that great for your family?
Because I've been the mom for 20 years. I don't know.
Okay, but what does it do for your family members that you get to be around with them?
Well, I mean, like my daughter's a teenager. She's not going to be here much longer. And so we still get to spend the summers together, which they just got out of school a week ago. So, I want to be able to be with and enjoy all the things. Because it's not, I've got one that's 21 and, he's doing his own thing. So,
yeah. So what I think I'm hearing you say is you get to be with them and you get to be involved.
Yes.
You get to spend that time with them.
Yes.
And that, for a lot of people, is priceless.
Yes.
So I want you to think about that emotion and how that makes you feel, and try to bottle that up, because that's going to be down to your intention. Okay. When you think about what you can do with this business and what lets you still be a mom.
Right.
If you had to go work, 50, 60 hours a week plus somewhere else, could you do that?
No.
So awesome. Thank you for sharing, Angie. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Vulnerability, guys, is going to get kind of be a big piece of this workshop. So again, I encourage you guys to get vulnerable with us, but if you don't feel comfortable, just write it down for yourself. Talk about it with your support person, your director, somebody you do feel comfortable with, because this is going to help you keep the momentum going. Okay, so I'm going to find another one. Vera, can I call on you? Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so Vera shared, it gives me back some of my independence.
I was sick for the last 4 years and I haven't worked anywhere I did anything. So I think in less than 2 months, I was able to make almost $1,000 in sales. And that was more than I thought that I could possibly do. I had a massive heart attack and 3 strokes, and I didn't think that I would be able to do any of that. So I'm actually moving beyond my own expectations. So that's why this is important to me.
I love it. And Vera, how did it make you feel when you were able to do that, the $1,000 in sales?
I was excited because I didn't realize that I had raised that much money. I had called my director and she said, "Oh my God, you're like $5." This was the first month. You're like $5 off of being in the bonuses. I was like, "Really?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Okay." And I didn't understand it. And then I kind of really got excited about it. And then last month, I wanted to try to do the breast cancer thing with the spoons. I'm trying to become creative on how I pick and choose how I'm going to do this, because I got to figure out a way to make this work for me.
Vera, you hit the nail on the head, and Crystal's going to be talking about that a little bit later this evening. So thank you for sharing. Powerful. I've got goosebumps. So, awesome. Okay, I'm going to pick one more. I'm going to look at this. Let's see. Okay, Chelsea, I'm going to call on you. Being a great example for your kids. Where are you? Chelsea Grouping. Okay.
Right here. Yeah.
Tell me more
So,
about what that means. What does that mean to you?
I was a full-time working employee somewhere, pretty miserable. I had a horrible boss. COVID hit, and the person they had no kids, they had no understanding, nothing, no flexibility, etc. So when I joined, it was part-time, and now I switched gears. I'm full-time, working harder, and I'm showing my kids that it is possible. So if you put in the work, I am my own boss. I have more time with them. I'm showing them, again, like, if you put something into it, if you're passionate about something, you will be successful. And I love that they're in the kitchen with me and part of this journey too.
Awesome. Now, Chelsea, what will that do for them seeing that example? You said it shows them that it's possible. Shows them what is possible.
That if you put your mind to something, if you're passionate about something and you really see that focus and what you want, you can get it. Like I said, it just takes the work and dedication. So
awesome. And
they see that I genuinely love it.
Yeah. And what will that do for them as they're growing up and they start looking for jobs?
It will show that they have dedication, they have good work ethics. And heck, if they wanted to be their own business like me, they got it.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Is there anybody else that wants to come off mute and really feels like they need to share? I'm going on my screens here. No. Okay. We had a lot of sharing here. So I'm hoping that through this exercise, guys, I want you guys to now kind of write down, what is your number one reason that you are continuing with this business? What is the number one intention? Now, this isn't, to say, because I want to make $1,000. This is like that heart and soul, like we just got to. If somebody told you, you can't do your Pampered Chef business anymore tomorrow, what would that impact in your life? Okay. And really get into that heart and soul of it, because this needs to keep your momentum going, even when you're sitting down here at the very bottom of that roller coaster looking up. Okay. I love it. Chelsea, helping others. Everything would be impacted is what Pam shared. Your team, Chris, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. You guys are seriously what keeps me going most of the time. Seriously. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to kind of move on from that now that we have that. And we're going to start with our intention. Now we want to talk about our target. Okay, because we ain't in this business just to do it for free, right? We need to get something out of it. You don't own your own business just because you want to, you know, stay at home with your kids. You have to make something or do something with your business to be able to do that. So let me check my time here. I have my, I think we're good on time still. Okay, perfect. Let me go back to sharing my screen. So we're done with that particular part now. So we're gonna move on. Where's my share screen? Nope. Okay. So let's talk about target practice. Okay, percent. Okay. So let's talk about what is your target? What are you working toward? And specifically, what is your desired result? Okay. And we want you guys to gain clarity of your target. Now I'm going to get a little more into this because you're probably like, what are you talking about? Okay. Well, how many of you come to Pampered Chef each month saying, I don't really have a goal. I will just see what happens. Drop a 5 in the chat if you're that person. I don't really have a goal. I'll just see what happens. Drop a 5 in the chat if you're that person. Okay, there's a few. Drop a 6 in the chat if you're someone that has a goal, but whether you make it or not, you don't put too much weight in it because you're afraid of disappointment. And put a 7 if you're like, I know my goal every month and I hit it every month no matter what. There are some people like that. Okay, I'm getting a lot of 6s. Okay, love it. Okay, so how many of you go on a trip without a destination in mind and don't actually enter it into the GPS or have a map? No, not many of us do unless you're like intentionally going on a road trip to say, I'm just gonna see where the wind takes me, right? We don't got time for that. Would you show up to target practice for archery without anything to aim at and just be shooting arrows everywhere and into the sky? No. So let me ask you, why would you do that with your business? Why would you take time, even if it's 0 to 5 hours a week, and do that with your business? That's just wasting your time. 90% of the issues we have with our business is due to lack of clarity on what your target is. We show up and have nothing to aim at. Why do we do this to ourselves? I'm going to ask you guys this. Why do you think you do it to yourself if you're somebody that does that? You can drop in the chat or share. Fear of failure. I think that's a big one. If you don't have a target, you have nothing to aim at, you have nothing to lose. Don't know how to make the game plan. Time. We're going to get to time. I think time is one of those terms that is thrown around, and it's a challenging one. Fear of failure, procrastination. Okay, guys, these are all really, you know, valid reasons of why you may not make a target. So that is why we are here tonight. We are going to help you make a target for your business. We're going to start with this month. Baby steps, guys. Baby steps. If you want to make it for the whole year, go for it. But I want you guys to focus on this month, the next 30 days. Okay? And I want you to throw that fear and failure out of there. So we're going to go ahead and pull up another sheet here that I'm going to drop in the chat, and I will also share it on my computer. Let me go to my, where did it go? Sorry, guys. My tabs. There we go.
While she's doing that, you guys, look in the chat and see what some of those answers are. And I want you to write down those answers. And if any of them are you, you know, some people may not feel comfortable putting it in the chat. So I want you to at least write it down for yourself. What is that thing that's holding you back from, you know, making your target? And look in the chat and look at what some of your fellow teammates are writing. And if any of those are yours, circle them on your page, because it's really, really, really important that you identify this, because you're not going to ever overcome your obstacles if you don't identify what those obstacles are. So I appreciate, you know, you guys that are sharing, and I understand that sometimes it's not a great place to share, but because maybe you feel uncomfortable sharing, and that's totally okay. But go ahead and write it down for yourself at least. You're muted, Sam. I don't know how, but you are.
I muted myself to finish my ice cream.
Oh.
So we are going to start going through this next worksheet. So if you guys are there and able to turn on your camera, go ahead and pull it up so we know that you're following along with us. Give me a thumbs up if you were able to pull up the worksheet or at least see it on my screen, and write it in a notebook. So we're going to take some time to go through this targeted results assessment, and we're going to evaluate where we're at right now. So I want you to think about, to begin, what are the typical actions you take for Pampered Chef? And I'm going to go through these, guys, because I want you guys to kind of go through this worksheet on your own, and I'm not going to go question by question. And then we'll take probably about 10 minutes to go through this itself. Okay. If you do not have access to this document, or you can't pull it up for some reason, make sure you let me know in the chat. Okay, what are you doing to move your Pampered Chef business forward is going to be the next question. The following question after that is, what are you not doing, or what do you want to do more of for your business? So what things are getting pushed to the side or delayed due to distractions, unforeseen circumstances, or when I have more time items? What tasks are you avoiding with your business? These are the hard things that you do in favor of other tasks. You might choose to do email, social media, laundry, because you are avoiding this task for your business. Chelsea, I see you laughing over there. I can imagine that many of us can relate to that. What behaviors or actions do you want to adopt and implement so you show up like the consultant you intend to be? Remember, we just came up with our intention. So what behavior or actions do you need to adopt and implement so you can show up like the consultant you intend to be? And what resources do you have access to right now to help you show up to be the consultant you intend to be? I'm going to see if there's anybody in the chat that doesn't have access to this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen to kind of allow for some of this. Okay. And we have a ton of people here. I'm tempted. Leaders, last time we did this, we're going to do breakout rooms for this section and kind of break into groups of 6 to just kind of give some people some chat time and things like that. So if you guys are good with that, I'm going to have us work on this for about 10 minutes, and then with 5 minutes left, so let's say at 7:05 we'll come back. So by 7 o'clock, you guys, maybe a little bit longer. Let me see. Crystal, do you remember our timeline? I don't have it in front of me. I think I said 7.
Let me look it up.
It was the next one. Oh yeah, we have this till 7:15.
Oh,
Okay,
we're
so you have till 7 to kind of fill your stuff in, and then if you guys finish early, start sharing. Start sharing what you guys have in the groups, and I'm going to go ahead and put you into breakout rooms. Directors, I will try to put you guys in different rooms there to make sure that we have enough people. Let's see. 3, let's do 5 to 6 participants room. Okay. So sign. Fine. Oh, that did not do all the people I thought it was. Okay. Okay. And here we go. Okay, we're about to go into breakout rooms, guys. So just click OK.
Should I have gotten something to click to say okay on?
Yeah, Yolanda, let me see. Did anything pop up at the bottom? I'll try moving you to a different room.
Okay.
Did it pop up now?
Hi.
Actually,